Hi, I'm Chris of technologymadesimple.co.uk. Let's look at how to get you set up to use Zoom on your Apple Mac computer. So first of all, I'm going to open up an internet browser. I'm going to use Apple's Safari here, but if you use Google Chrome or something else, that's fine. They really all do the same sort of thing. And I'm going to go up at the top here to Zoom, ZOOM.US. Or if you are in the US, that'll be ZOOM. There we go. It's taking us to zoom.com. We can decline or accept the cookies. Won't make any difference. That's a discussion for a whole other day as to which one of those you want to go for. We're going to go along the top on the Zoom website, and I'm going to click on Resources. And from there, we've got this option, download the Zoom app from the download center. So I'll give that a click. And here we are in the Zoom download center. Once again, accept or decline the cookies. And we're looking here, Zoom Workplace for Mac. You've got two options. One is Apple Silicon and one is Intel. Depends on the age of your Apple Mac machine. If it's an older one, it might be an Intel. If it's a newer one, and it's something like an M1, an M2, M3, M4, depending on when you're watching this, could be up to M10, M20, who knows. Are you going to be downloading the Apple Silicon one? I bet the Zoom website will have changed by the time they're on M20. So if you're not sure which one it is, if you go to the Apple up in the top left corner and go to About This Mac, it'll tell you which one it is. In this case, it's an Apple M2. So I'm going to download the Apple Silicon version. I'm going to first of all say that I will allow downloads. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And once it's downloaded, we need to go and find that download. So there's a few ways of going about it. I'm going to use the Finder window. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen, click on Finder. I'll actually close my browser window just to make this easier to see. And in the Finder window, I'm going to go to the Downloads folder, which is on the left side. Then I have this Zoom US Installer Full.pkg. I'm going to give that a double click. Up it comes. So we're going to answer in the positive to all of the questions that it asks here. So I'll say continue, yes, go on, go ahead, continue, install. And then it's going to ask for your password. So this is not a Zoom password, it's not an iCloud password. This is the password you use to get into your computer in most cases. It is your admin password. So if you turn your Mac on and it asks for a password to get into your account, that's the one it's after in most cases. So let's put in my password. And it starts the installation. Give it a moment to sort itself out, and there we go. And I tend to ask it to move the installer to the bin afterwards just to stay tidy. And Zoom is now automatically opening up. If it does say it wants to find devices on local networks, that's okay, we'll say allow to that one. And if it wants to automatically keep the Zoom Workplace app up to date, I tend to think that's okay as well. Leave it ticked and say done. That means you get the latest version all the time. You don't need to have an account with Zoom if you're just joining meetings, joining calls. That's fine. If you do want to host calls, you'll need to create an account. If you're not hosting, you're done. You're pretty much there. If you get an email with a link in for Zoom, you just click on the link. This app should pop itself open and off you go. If someone gives you a meeting code, you can open the app and say, join a meeting, and put those details in, and away you go. If, for whatever reason, you want to open Zoom without having a meeting code or anything along those lines, you can always find it in the Launchpad or the Finder, and you can get into it from there.